You're watching the Weiss channel. Today we're doing solving by square roots. All right. Now, remember, if you see x squared equals 81, if you take the square root, right? Do you agree that x equals 9? Well, couldn't it also equal negative 9? Because negative 9 times negative 9 is 81, right? So we say x equals plus or minus 9. That's two answers right there. Okay, so get comfortable writing plus or minus. Today on Delta Math, your assignment has a plus or minus key, okay, as well as a square root key. 16 plus 2x squared equals 30. We're going to minus 16 from both sides, solving for x like we normally would. You'll get 2x squared equals 14. Divide both sides by 2. You get x squared equals 7. So we're going to take the square root of both sides. So there's your answer, plus or minus square root 7, just like that. Okay. Over here, you have 3 times x squared minus 9, minus 3 equals negative 9. We're going to add 3 to both sides. 3 times x squared minus 9 equals negative 6. We're going to divide by 3. We're going to get x squared minus 9 equals negative 2. I'm going to add 9 to both sides. I'm going to get x squared equals 7 once again. Take the square root. I get x squared. X equals plus or minus square root 7. Okay. Now, note in this problem here, do you see how this x squared is inside these set of parentheses? In this next problem, you're going to have the squared outside the parentheses. This is different. Okay. So here, first we're going to add 15 to both sides to get 4 times x minus 9 squared equals 40. Now we are going to get rid of this 4 right here. It's 4 times x squared, x minus 9 squared. So we're going to divide by 4. Both sides. We get x minus 9 squared equals 10. So we take the square root. The square root of anything squared is going to be that thing itself. So if we take the square root of x minus 9 squared, we're just going to get x minus 9, right? Think about it. If I had blah squared and I took the square root of blah squared, wouldn't I get just blah, right? So we're taking the square root of both sides, and we have x minus 9 squared equals square root of 10. So now we have x minus 9 equals plus or minus square root of 10. We add 9 to both sides, and the answer is just positive 9 plus or minus square root of 10. That's two answers in one line. It's 9 plus square root of 10 and 9 minus square root of 10. Okay. Over here, 2 times x plus 3 squared equals 18. Since there's no minus 15 in this problem, we just go straight for the divide by 2 first. We get x plus 3 squared equals 9, square root both sides. And now, x plus 3 equals plus or minus 3. Since we have a perfect square that we're taking the square root of, it's going to be plus or minus 3 as opposed to plus or minus the square root of the number. So here we have plus or minus 3. We're going to subtract 3 from both sides, and we get x equals 3 plus or minus 3, which means negative 3 plus 3, negative 3 minus 3. So your answer is x equals 0, x equals negative 6. Now in Delta Math, don't forget, you have that little plus and minus circle. You're going to need to hit the plus circle to get a second box. You put one box, you put 0, the other box is negative 6. Okay. Same thing here. We're going to add 49 to both sides. Okay. Then we get 4 times x plus 7 squared equals 36. I'm going to divide by the 4. I'm going to get x plus 7 squared equals 9, square root both sides. I get x plus 7 equals plus or minus 3. Minus 7 from both sides. X equals negative 7 plus or minus 3. So x equals negative 7 plus 3, negative 7 minus 3. Okay. I don't know if I said that correctly, I'm sorry. X plus 7 equals plus or minus 3. So you're minus 7 to both sides. X equals negative 7 plus or minus 3. X equals negative 7 plus 3, negative 7 minus 3. So x equals negative 4, x equals negative 10. Okay? You've been watching the Weiss channel.